Great.
Okay.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do is we're going to try something different for praise. Okay? So I want you to go into the praise channel and start typing praise. This is a praise bandwidth, and I'm going to read the praise, and then, but we're only going to do it for 10 minutes so that we have time for 2 spotlights today. This is the dream. And if you don't mind, Hedgewood, we'll try to keep you to 10 minutes when you're giving your presentation because it's like um, but so let's go. Let's go for this. We'll see if we like it. Get into the praise channel and start typing praise. We don't have to actually say the praise. We're not going to pass it around. Just start typing praise, and I'm going to start reading it. Praise Nicola for being a praise quantifying champion and taking on like 800 praise in one period. Praise Rochelle and Nico for this is from Ashley for helping her manage all of the buddies. She would never be able to keep all the reviews and feedback straight if it wasn't for everyone. Also praise Dr. Suga for the great summary of our last Steward's Call notes and for taking it off Lauren's plate and finishing fast. Praise Griff, Lauren, Algene, and Breeches for cat herding and collecting the addresses of people who need improved Gitcoin passport score and help staking to help get them there. Praise Lauren for taking the initiative to align our working groups and therefore the whole team by scheduling and leading Steward sync calls. Praise Pavle for his honesty and integrity in voluntarily returning overpaid funds. Your actions demonstrate your strong character, and your dedication to doing the right thing is a true testament to your values. We greatly appreciate this. Praise Vlad and Nicola for hosting an interesting Meet the Makers. Praise Ashley, Franco, and Almond for the behind-the-scenes work on Meet the Makers for streaming multiple platforms. It came across really well on Facebook. Praise Mitch for helping Breeches to improve her forum post, adding some polls when she didn't know how to do it. Praise Ashley and Franco for managing comments and the Discord stream for Meet the Makers. Praise Monique for making sure that Dr. Suga was able to get the new banner for the earthquake relief post. Praise Steve for setting up a Twitter content strategy hub for brainstorming and sorting organization of tweets. Keep typing, guys. Keep dishing praise. Praise Mitch for having a narrative session with Almond on the profile picture launch, the NFT launch. Praise Lauren and Corey for having their buddy call this week. Praise Hedgewood for being here with all of us. Praise Mitch and Ashley for the teamwork around impact quests. Praise me for submitting a proposal to the Carmen Analytics integration. Late, but better than never. Also praise Ashley, Corey, Nicola, and Claire for the speedy action and the much needed Turkish-Syrian earthquake assistance projects. True that. Praise Santi for the massive amount of NFT programs that are rolling out in the next month. Praise Ahmad, me, Claire, Ashley, Dr. Suga, Rodri, Corey, and for the super fast support to get the Syrian-Turkey earthquake relief post out a few hours ago. Wow, great work, Suga. Praise Rodri for working crazy overtime on banners and impact quests for POAPs and swag. Praise Claire for bringing the topic of earthquake relief action to the forefront right away on Monday. Praise Ahmad, Ashley, Suga, Monique, Corey, and Claire. And Claire and Jake for the super fast responsiveness to the Turkey and Syria issue, mobilizing all of our efforts to help onboard and promote projects much needed in the crisis. Praise Ali Reza, Cherik, and Ramin for fixing problems of supported projects notification. Praise Ashley and the rest of the verification team for working so fast and so hard to verify all the projects that cropped up this week, raising funds for the earthquake crisis. We still got 4 minutes. Keep coming up. More praise, more praise. Praise Ahmad for taking the time this week to really hammer out some exciting business development adventures. Praise Yas for all the hard work each and every week to raise funds on Giveth. Praise Lauren and Katabi for showing how much our time means to them, consolidating the Give economy calls. Praise Suga for the Medium post about the ways to help earthquake victims in Turkey and Syria on Giveth. It's up there live right now. Check it out. Praise Cherik for the profile pic collection front end development. Praise Monique for making sure that the banner got up for the earthquake relief post. Let's see what else we got. Praise Ashley for syncing with Carlos on lots of things. Praise Carlos for all the great work on the referral program. Praise me for reading out all the praise. Praise Almond for updating her role proposal and reflecting hours more accurately to help the circle budgeting in the future. Praise Nicola for updating her role proposal and reflecting hours more accurately to help circle budgeting in the future. Let's see what else we got. Praise Vitor for walking me through the needed steps to update the project nominations in TokenLog to V2 and for being so patient with my novice dev skills. Praise Ashley and Allman for generating and fostering so many cool partnerships for ETH Denver and the Impact Quests. Praise Danny for getting Wampa in front of the computer to present Diamante Luz and all the cool projects he's working on. That's for real. Praise Mitch and Amin for the profile for the PFP smart contract and leading the front end team. Praise Corey for a great one-on-one working on some new approaches for getting attention and giveth more users. Come on, dish praise in the praise channel. Dish more praise in the praise channel. Praise Nicola for accepting design management of the Chill Zone and of the Giveth booth at ETH Denver. Oh, that's cool. Praise Mari Jaff for constantly finding bugs. True that. What else we got? Praise Almond for putting together the Ambassadors Program proposal. Praise Lauren for the well-rounded forum post exploring ways that Giveth and Gitcoin can be more interoperable and more competitive. And less competitive, sorry. Praise Nicola for being a praise... Oh no, I already read that one. Praise Cherik for updating his role proposal to reflect his hours and helping with budget. Praise Franco for submitting their first pull request to update the Giveth docs. Thanks for jumping all the technical hurdles to learn how to update our docs like a pro using VS Code. Nice work. Praise Giant Kin for always being available for helping me out with Discord-related concerns. Praise Mitch and Hanners and Heather for the coordination efforts on ETH Denver accommodations. Praise Moshe Hab for updating his role proposal, and also praise Moshe Hab for being able to continue to kick out work while being relatively close to the epicenter of the earthquake. Praise Frishelle for leading the efforts to get a TV for the Giveth booth at ETH Denver. Praise Sim for working with me on comms and general metrics support. Praise Ashley and Nicola for an amazing Meet the Makers sesh. And praise Katabe for pushing the metrics discussion forward. Okay. So that was our test. Hopefully it went well. And now, also outside of our normal scheduled program, I want to give Hedgewood a chance to present Hedgie. So why don't you just dive right into it, Hedgewood, if you're down.
Oh, thanks, Griff. Yeah, good to be here. I don't know if that's not the normal thing you do, but that was awesome. That was just like a bombardment of praise. I think we should probably do that at our own team here. So thanks for letting me see that. So look, if you don't know me, I'm Lindsay from Hedgie. We're people who work with DAOs on treasury management. Treasury management might not be like the most exciting thing in the world, to be honest with you. Like if things are going good and as it should be, treasury should be boring. It should be the most boring part of what an organization does. And if things are going good, it is. For any organization, like this many people collectively working on something, like the goal of a treasury is just to support you and be there so you can survive, grow, and prosper. And so I think today, I know I don't have much time. I want to just quickly kind of show you what we do. but also just put some thoughts maybe in your head for an organization, just so as you're talking about treasury management and some of the stuff Griff and Yas and ourselves are doing, some of these thoughts may come up, and if I can ever be a resource or we can help in any way or just jam on other thoughts, this is just that intro so you know what we are and that we want to help Giveth and everything you do. Okay? Let me just share my screen real quick. I'm gonna like blaze through some stuff. Cool, we're good. You can see me, yeah? Thumbs up. Griff, thumbs up. Okay, cool. Look, so this is us. We help DAOs prosper. That's like the sole reason we exist. We really believe in DAOs. We believe in this new structure. And we come from a background where, you know, in treasury management, but also have worked for 4 years in the space. And I've seen the ups and downs, what happened when treasury is handled well or not well. And we just wanted to give DAOs like the core free tools to use to prosper. If I go to our site real quick, the core stuff that I'm talking about here are fundraising, compensating, swapping with other DAOs. Like those are the kind of big things treasuries do. You need to fundraise. You need to have something in the treasury to run operations. You compensate people for their time, whether it's a new token or stable coins. And a lot of times projects now more than ever swap tokens with each other or find other ways to collaborate. And we just wanted to make the things that can help that happen with as little friction as possible. I know we don't have much time, so I'll just kind of go on one or two things. Like one of the core things we do here, Shapeshift and DAO House use this. We let DAOs, as an example, compensate each other and lock tokens. The simple idea, maybe you give out liquid tokens that can be sold for like costs, or maybe you give out USDC. And then maybe you can give out a bonus of locked tokens, which kind of align people for the long-term mission of the DAO. Shapeshift does this in a really interesting way. So how it works is with our contract, you send people locked tokens. Those tokens are held in a vesting contract, and the recipient is minted something that looks like this. This is an NFT. It's an ugly, hedgy NFT covered in Shapeshift logos, but this NFT represents the rights to 1,000 Fox. So what we do is we mint the recipients in this particular product, an NFT that both kind of like aligns them with like the DAO. It gives them something that's very like Shapeshift oriented, and they seem to like it. But it also like can do other things. Like for instance, you can still vote with it. So you have snapshot strategies that allow you to vote. You can set up guilds so that people who receive these locked tokens can access different parts of a community. And the big picture here is just to create something that very easily can start to play with core treasury things that we do to help DAOs prosper, but also like be really like DeFi weirdo maxi and start to play with like the cool stuff of our space that kind of we're all here for, which is that we can do stuff that we couldn't before and work with people in ways we couldn't before. If I go to another product, this is a product we have that allows DAOs to fundraise. In this example, this is just a screenshot, but this is an example for Gitcoin. We did a $6 million diversification that allowed them to extend their runway so they could keep working on their core mission while also bringing in value-aligned partners to the treasury. This allowed them to greatly extend their runway while also bringing in bigger people into the DAO, which is what their ultimate goal was. This just let them basically swap GTC for USDC at a certain price with a lockup date. I won't go into the weeds of that, but if you look on OpenSea, you can see some of these out there, these hedges, and you can see right here the Gitcoin in them and when they unlock. Okay, I know I don't have much time. I don't want to get into the weeds here.
Out of curiosity, have any of those sold as NFTs? Like they actually like?
No, good question. They have not. That's like in traditional finance, you'd call it like private markets, right? Like that happens all the time. That's not really a thing yet in our space, but it is something people are interested in. And like one of the long-term goals we have, it would be very cool for a DAO, for example, if they were to sell tokens that are locked in this sense. Since it's an NFT, like the idea of you being able to get royalties if those locked tokens ever resell, it's a way for DAOs to generate revenue from the original diversification, but also any future movement of those tokens while they're locked could just be additional revenue. It's an interesting area. It's just super early in our space, and it's going to take a long time for us to build up that area, but we're really into it. Cool. Look,
Mitch,
I
did
know
you
I
have
have
any,
10 minutes.
Mitch,
Yeah.
did you have
Go
anything to
ahead.
add? You got 2 minutes left, so.
No,
Okay.
I just like this looks great. This is so cool. Like I swear to God, I've been hearing about Hedgie for like a year, and I'm like, when?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff you're all doing, and I know we don't have time today to like dive into it, but with Gitcoin or Shapeshift or Gnosis or just DAOs who are doing cool stuff, like we like working belly to belly, just finding like real problems or things that you want to like really work on and build or do whatever it is to give you like exactly what you need to prosper as a DAO. So I think we're talking on some things which already with Giveth, and just happy to be here and help more and do cool stuff with you. So thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Griff. Thanks, everyone. I know you have a lot of bigger things on the plate today than old Hedgie, but I'm stoked to come here and share some stuff with you.
Whatever. Hedgie is super cool, and we're so lucky to have you present with us today in this very novel style of community call.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's awesome.
sadly, we have to turn off our videos because we've reached the cap. So there's some
Oh,
people
yeah.
that need to get in. Dude, thank you so much, Hedge Hood. Wait, what's your actual name though? I know I should know it.
Lindsay, no worries. Yeah,
Thank you.
Lindsay, that's me. No worries. Thank you, Griff. And good hearing from you, Mitch. I'll see you all in East Denver, we'll hang out.
Yes.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your call, okay? Thanks so much.
We will. And if you want to follow Hedgie on Twitter, here it is, Hedgie Finance straight up. We are going to work with them. The plan is for actually me to sell kind of do a test run of Hedgies with my own give that I've been getting from buying give tokens from the DAO to pay salaries. So that's the plan as a tester, and then we'll see if we can go full on DAO style selling Hedgies. But
let's go.
Let's go. Yes. So, and now we can get going on the normal style of community call. It's community call number 150. And we did something different for praise this week. I would love to hear feedback, even just in the chat channel right now. If you guys thought that was cool or you didn't like the vibe, just please put it in the chat and let's say what you guys think. For announcements, the big announcement is holy crap. Did everyone else see that horrible earthquake that had a major that just destroyed so many buildings and killed 1,500 plus people? Really horrible thing, but this is a
15,000.
15,000? Oh my God!
And climbing.
Oh my God! It's a huge crisis. This is one of the worst earthquakes I've ever even heard of. So, at least with the most deaths. And so, but this is what we're here to do, right? So there's so much action happening behind the scenes, and so many cool projects like Gnosis has stepped up to bring something to Giveth. So has Bankless DAO. It's really beautiful to see their support. And I think there will be a lot more hopefully soon. So definitely we'll talk more about that in the comms channel, in the comms section. Also, there's a Shapeshift and Giveth AMA in Spanish today at 2 p.m. Costa Rica time. And there's also a new episode of GM coming out tomorrow, which will be all about refi. So, but with that, I think we just jump straight into the communications working group, and I'll pass it over to Corey to tell us what's going on.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, so as you mentioned, it's been a actually pretty crazy, devastating week with this earthquake in Syria and Turkey. So the comms team has been mobilizing super fast to get some communications out about the projects we can offer that we have on the platform to support. So just wanted to highlight this tweet thread that we put out yesterday, listing some of the first two projects on the radar, but we're also going to be adding more. So keep your eyes out on our Twitter because, yeah, hopefully we can actually just keep adding more over time. We'll see. And then Suga did an awesome job of getting this blog post written quickly and posted today, which can also be referenced if you see anyone out there asking where they can support. This is a great link to send them to, outline the details of what's been going on and also outlining, again, the projects that we have available for people to donate to right now. So major praise to the whole comms team, to the verification team, to Claire for flagging this immediately on Monday, and everyone kind of just mobilizing to get this out as soon as possible. I hope that we can really make an impact here. And next up that we did this week, we launched the Project Owner Survey to gather super important feedback from our project owners. It's a pretty comprehensive survey that's asking them really everything about their experience so far with Giveth, asking for constructive suggestions on how we can improve. And we're going to be using this input to, of course, feed our efforts this year, because we want to be building together with our community. So feel free to share this with any projects that you know. We're tracking actively completions of the survey, and we're going to be sending out a few more reminders about this. Really cool update. Our Give Talk Twitter Spaces are now a podcast on Spotify and YouTube. So that's pretty sweet. You can subscribe here. There's multiple links here to see the YouTube, but also to get to Spotify to subscribe. So check it out. Really neat. It's a record of all of our Twitter Spaces so far and all of the ones to come. Next up, give backs are out. These went out last Friday, so don't forget to claim your give. Just a friendly reminder. And as Griff mentioned, we've got a new podcast coming up. But if you didn't catch the last one, here's a recording of Griff. I'm always struggling a bit with her name, Fatame and Cheyenne, who went really deep on the topic of the reality of what's happening in Iran, and with a focus on crypto economics. So I love these outlines that you're doing, Griff, that give everyone a TLDR on what's covered, and you can check out the recording right here. And then don't miss the next episode. It's airing tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. It's going to be with Griff and John Ellison from Refi DAO, talking about how we're going to build local regenerative commons. So that's going to be a really interesting one as well. And next, and what we're also working on in the comms front, we're just getting to the point now of finalizing the homepage copy, which is super exciting, getting very close to this new homepage publishing. We've also started preparing for the launch of our PFP collection, kicking off in East Denver. And keep an eye out for tomorrow's blog post. This one has been in the works for quite a long time. It's a big one, evolving nonprofits into regen economies. And coming very soon, we're working on a landing page for East Denver. Also, some more webpage copies. Now, the next step is to look at the Give Economies section. And we're also working on video testimonials and explainers for the homepage and other parts of the website. So stay tuned. Thanks, and I'll pass this on to the Communitas Working Group with Ashley.
Corey, Yeah, we've also been busy this week helping projects on board to bring some relief to the situation in Turkey and Syria, and also been really focused on ETH Denver. So our update section is probably going to look pretty familiar to last week, but we had an amazing session with Meet the Makers yesterday. Great turnout, probably, in my opinion, the best one we've had so far. So we'll be having a retrospective session coming up soon. Again, this final GPS session is coming. There was a doodle. So keep an eye out for that getting on the schedule. Almond and I have been talking about the next steps for ambassador program. We'll be like defining rewards for it. So add any feedback you might have in this forum post. And today, later in the Shapeshift Twitter, there will be a AMA happening about the regen farms between Shapeshift and Giveth, and Franco and Almond will be there representing Giveth, answering questions. So if you want to join us over there at the Shapeshift Twitter to hear about the regen farms in Spanish. Down below, these are IRL events that are being planned right now. So we've got a lot of efforts going into ETH Denver planning as well as the Flea. There will be calls for both of those later today for planning. If you want to get involved, join. You'll hear more details there. We've got a new Giveth Essentials session coming up. It's in the works, going to be how the GitHub flow works for comms and different common crypto questions. And so that's coming up. Keep an eye out for that on the schedule. And you can find the past sessions over here in this little box. Let's see. Above, you can always add ideas for future community spotlights, Twitter spaces, or future Giveth Essential sessions. And down here in the bottom, we have our Giveth Gravity group. They have a monthly sync call. The next one will be February 10th at 8 a.m. Costa Rica time. And if you guys are witnessing any kind of tension in the community, or you're having an issue with somebody, or you're seeing something that maybe could use some mediation, please fill out this form. Let us know. Let's work through it together and use this opportunity to grow as an organization together. And that's all I have. So I'll pass it forward on to the platform circle and the development working group.
Yeah, it's me. And let's start. Yeah, sorry, Griff, I can't see your screen. Okay, let's start with the referral program. Referral program backend integration with the Chain1 is ready. And we also have the design of the landing page that you can take a look of it and have your comments on it. I just asked the communication team to take a look and have their copies and other suggestions on this landing page. The notification center almost done. Final tests are in progress. We can have a version very soon after the MergeS confirmation. For the new homepage, I think everything is done rather than the campaigns that has been blocked by the backend. The other blocks that we have a edited copy from the comms team, and I think if you take a look at the test version, I think we are at a good point that we can say that we're ready for launch. Some small issues like queries in the new header, new banner, a new header on the top, and also the menus is left. On the backend side, we optimized and upgraded the impact graph dependencies. It's kind of technical that we had to do. PFP collection contract deployment script, we did it. I think Lauren can update us more on the PFP collection. We did the NASIF safe app listing, but we have a bug that we have to work on it this week. For the Fiat exploration, on-ramper new version of widget ready for restart testing, and empty plugin top-up design is in progress. And for internationalization, we have a test environments now. You can click on this internationalization link, and you can see the test environment, and the progress is 75%. Also for the notification center, you can see the feature branch. And thank you, and I pass it to Lauren.
Woo! Wow, this is so cool. Thank you, Monique. I'm excited about this Spanish page. So Give Economy Working Group. Fun, exciting news for you all. We have combined our Give Economy research and Give Economy development calls, so now there is just 1.5 calls a week. Our Give Economy all together call is Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Central, 3 p.m. CET, and we still have the Give Fi bi-weekly. That's a separate call on Thursdays after this call every other week. But I'm really excited for the one less call. We got through it super efficiently last week, so here we can go to the next slide, and I will give you some updates. Biggest update, PFP collection. So hot right now. PFP collection is ready for testing. If you have NRGive, you are on the allow list to mint a duck. No, it's not actually a duck. It's just like some pictures of eyes or something. And Tarek said that testing mainly for functionality because there are still some hiccups in some of the design, some things that we need to sort out and make more beautiful. But if you have NRGive and you want to test it, the link is right there, and we would be super appreciated if you did. Also, the fiat integration. Fiat integration by today at the end of the day, it will be ready for testing again. OnRamper just pushed an update, and hopefully that this will mean that our fiat integration doesn't have so many failed transactions like the previous test batch. So stay tuned for that announcement at the end of the day today. Also, we're working on sunsetting Giveth Trace, just cleaning things up, getting rid of all the places that it says this is traceable, blah, blah, throughout the DApp. On the research side of things, Give Fi. Mitch has put together a Give Savings MVP. This is going to be the first phase of Give Fi, and right now we're looking into like what DeFi strategies we can use for Give Savings, and like which of them might give us grants. Also, if you haven't seen it already, there's a quadratic funding forum post up, basically talking about a collaboration between Giveth and Gitcoin and integrating quadratic funding into the Giveth platform. There's some nice action and comments in there, so take a look if that interests you, and we can kind of work together on how really to move forward with quadratic funding. New and exciting, we're talking about offering givebacks on other chains. One of the main feedback coming back from other chain things that we're applying for grants for is that they're like, okay, well, it would be great. It would be great to give you a grant for this, but we only want to do it if you have givebacks. So we're talking about the feasibility and all the nuances that would come with adding givebacks to other chains, but it seems like an awesome opportunity at the same time. Trucking along in the research call, we're getting give on various dexes. Major praise to Jake for doing so much of the grunt work there. We're modifying a little bit the givebacks token list. There's a forum post up about whether or not we should include bank on there. Working with the My NFT auction, giving them some of our givers for auctioning at ETH Denver, and also looking into possibilities for integrating NFTs on the Giveth platform. Jake is working on setting up some meetings with NFT projects that we'll be meeting up with in Denver. And that is all I got on the research call. So I will pass it on to, what is this screen share? Oh, pass it on to fundraising.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. GM. Okay, so for fundraising, here are some updates. First of all, we're getting passports verified till tomorrow. Tomorrow is the deadline for the Bitcoin Alpha round. So if you need a boost, if you know anyone that needs a boost, DM Bridges will try to help all these projects get there. Those are the results for Giveth. Then Polygon passed to a new category, not soft wins, but wins. We actually received 10K to add Polygon addresses. We had a call with their BC team. I don't know much of the details, but moving on. Other soft wins, we are still on the conversations with Cello. What things to add, what things, what are going to be the metrics for success for having this extra grant. So very interesting, exciting things. With Optimism, Giveth Praise and Pairwise are all submitted. Giveth Ask is of 250K OP. It might take another cycle. We are seeing how it's moving on, but we're excited about Optimism. It's hot right now. Unfortunately, with Moloch DAO, Giveth and Perkwise didn't pass the vote, but Griff will fight for us. Griff is fighting to have a decision, like to get some of the more funds from Moloch DAO. Then on the graph side, we are getting unlocked. We are going to sign the DocuSign and get some GRT. We are working on grants with AVAX and with ETC right now. ETC, the draft is just being prepared, as well as Ethereum Foundation. Those are still on the works. And then also public good routing. With public good routing, we are right now a little bit stuck with the conversation with CowSwap, but we're going to change the scope a little bit, make it easier, simplify it, hope to get it passed. We have very good relationships, so very likely. With 1 inch is with 1 inch, the conversation is really interesting. They seem to be like forum post is getting some traction, some questions about it, but they seem to be interested. Also, I think that they want to donate to Turkey projects through Giveth, so relationships are strengthening. And also we added like 10 more different projects that we want to consult for or apply to for a public goods router. So very excited about that too. And that's it from the fundraising side. I'll pass it to the design group.
Yeah, and I just really quick on the fundraising side, it would be great to get more comments here in this optimism proposal, especially supportive comments, and it will go a long way in helping our grant pass. And it's a big grant. Sorry, just throwing that in there. Yeah, so who's taking it for design today? Is it Tossin?
Yes. Hi, everybody. So from the design working group, we are still working on creating a Giveth Lite as in a mini prototype so that we could actually, present it easily to prospectives. We're almost done working on that. And we're also finalizing the design for the integration of Monte and Pellerin, so that at least our users they're able to actually top up and purchase XDAI directly from the platform. I think this would also make donating to any project of your choice using XDAI more seamless. And we've actually finalized updates on the referral landing page. You could actually check the Figma link there. If there's anything you want to, any comment you want to let us know, just drop a comment on the Figma or send a message on the design working group. And finally, help us improve Giveth. If you have any time or you've noticed anything that you feel we could actually improve on the platform, just let us know. Drop us a message on the working group channel, or just reach out to either me or Mo, and then we'll get right on it. That's all for the design. Passing back to Griff for giving our cycle.
Thanks, Tossin. Yeah, so let's just keep this flow rolling. We're making great time today. I'm taking vacation. Change my mind. That's quite true. Lauren and I are taking most of next week off, but we'll be here on Monday. So sorry for that, guys. And Amin is out today. But he just got back home, so that's great. Oh, but he's here right now. So maybe he's not so far out. But leave him alone. He said he's taking the day off. What are you doing here, Amin? Kai's out today, Yas is out today, and Ashley will be halftime in 2 weeks from now. And as far as what's going on, most of the forum posts have already been mentioned, honestly. There's some polls that are worth improving the single project page is pretty interesting. There's some action in that forum post this week. Also, bank, should we do bank? We want more votes on there. Want more votes on Karma if anyone has an opinion. And then there's the ambassador program, which is super cool. This referral system, very interesting. And the quid pro quo had like 11 comments this week. And actually, now this is some really exciting news. And maybe I won't steal Mitch's thunder. I'll let Mitch talk about this Q4 vesting distribution. And I'll throw it to you, Mitch.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Griff. Maybe we'll just go right to the next slide. So the DAO working group, we've got our governance calls Mondays at 10 a.m. I don't know what that time it is for you Europeans, but 10 a.m. over here. And yeah, we can jump right into the vesting. So having a look at this, we do this every quarter. I think we're almost close to halfway through the distributions. But anyway, we look through it for a while. We found this way to like accurately consider current contributors and people who've joined the team since the launch of the Give economy. And so yeah, we have these distributions that happen. Take a look through this post, make sure like the amounts make sense according to the calculations. Go on the spreadsheet, make sure we have the right address for you. Consider how you're going to use your give, and all these other fun things. So this has been up for about 6 days. I'm looking to get this started next week by making the on-chain transactions. So just make sure this looks good because this is a lot of give. 4 million something going out through the give stream. So yeah, take a look. Apart from
Praise,
that,
Mitch. Praise. Seriously, this looks like a lot of work. Well done, man. You're a hero. Thank you so much.
it was a lot of work. Now it's easy. Now that we figured out all the hard parts. And the other update, talking to the Karma team, they're going to be featuring us in a blog post actually, and we're going to begin the actual parameterization next week using the parameters we have in the forum post that was up for a couple weeks beforehand. Apart from that, wow, nothing to vote on. Y'all are too fast. Nothing left except for token log. Giveth for All program, fiat integration, project activity feed, PFPs coming in hot. Discussions. Oh, GiveFi is rising in the ranks too. Where's QF? Oh, nowhere to be found. Oh no. That's all I got for the DAO, and I'll pass it back to Griff.
Yeah, we got to get QF up there. It's probably not there because it'd blow out the competition, I guess. But anyway, we are building the future of giving, and there is some major opportunities to give this week. So I don't know who wants to start. We have a few people here to present what's going on out there. Does anyone want to jump in and talk about their project and the issues that are in around the Middle East right now?
Yeah, hey, hello.
Yeah, take it, Ray.
Yeah, I'm Ray. I'm a member and a contributor in Bankless DAO, and I'm the coordinator of Bankless DAO Turkish media node. So basically, this week was crazy. We just woke up with the news of a big earthquake. Most of the time in Turkey, earthquakes takes a lot of lives already, but this time it's a disaster that we didn't see anything like that before. 10 cities are totally destroyed. Like at least 75 of them are destroyed. It's not like some buildings here and there. 75% of 10 cities, so 7 cities are completely wiped off. Imagine that. And we are 84 million people, not like a, I don't know, smaller European country. Not all of them that small, but you get it. It's not a small country. It's like, and also there's Syria. In total, we are like probably more than 100 million people who are living in paper houses. So this earthquake was not one, but 2 earthquakes in 6 hours, 7.5 following each other. It's like I couldn't even imagine that you know they say there are aftershocks in after every earthquake. The biggest earthquake I lived was 5.3, let's say, and you don't even feel any aftershocks after that. But this people are saying that aftershocks are like prime earthquakes, nothing like a aftershock. So in the end, this is not a 1 week, 2 week, 5 months duration thing. It's like it's a long term. We need something on the long term. We need a lot of things now. We need a lot of help now. We need a lot of money, help, whatever we get. But like there are children who are left without anyone. Not like they froze to death, and we cannot do anything.
Man, Ray, thank you so much for coming here and helping us understand the gravity of the situation. Maybe you could also tell us. Well, how about we come back to you, Ray? Give you a second to compose yourself, and we'll throw it to Sum. I know you also have a project out here on Giveth, and obviously the situation is horrible out there, but maybe we could start talking about solutions and your project and how you're going to help the situation. Sum, do you want to jump in?
Yes, so I'm not alone right now. I have also a teammate from I2 Blockchain. We are both the external relations coordinators from I2 Blockchain, and we're also located in Turkey right now. And just like the Ray said, it is a very big disaster going on right now. It has affected 10 cities, but those 10 cities are like very crowded and very like one of the most populated cities in the country. Currently, we have like over 50,000 casualties and over 60,000 injuries going on, which is like not even like a little bit because it has only been 3 days and it is still going on, and everybody is just like the Ray said, are frozen to death because the earthquakes happened around like 4 a.m. and at those times people were all of them was at their houses and they were sleeping. So when the earthquake happened, they didn't have the chance to get out of the building, and like most of the buildings in those cities got collapsed and they're like stuck inside those buildings and they're looking for help. A lot of people are trying to help around the country, but it is not enough, just like the Ray said, because it is very much crowded and still there are like hundreds and thousands of people in those buildings. We can't save them and most of them are like dying every hour, and we need like extreme help. And that's why I think he had also like created a project for donations, and we're also planning on working about like those projects. And from now on, I think I'll pass it to my teammate and he will explain it further more detailedly, and he will show some tweets and the donation sites that are like trustful and stuff. So I'll pass it to Burak, I think.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, very clearly.
Awesome. I would like to talk about, I want to thank you, first of all. Thank you, Suga, for your article, because we want this earthquake and this disaster known by clearly for everyone, because the disaster is not completely understanding by all around the world. So we have to show them how bad is the situation and how we can help, because as you know, Turkey is non that much a developed country, so it is really hard to gather help by itself, and we are here for as an ITU blockchain member. It's the first blockchain society in Turkey, so we have a mission that collect money and help for the country and so on. We are here, and we are also fighting at the Twitter for donations, and we opened and we helped opening crypto wallets multisigs for the donations, and so far we collected $4 million for now in 2 days. So we have to collect as much as we can donations, because we are talking about 10 cities that affected by the earthquake, and these cities are destroyed, and it's really mean, really clearly projection of this. It's nothing at there for now, and we have to collect this money for right now, and these money will be used to help these people, and also create new buildings and creation of the shelter for them. And also we are working we're working on the universities and the governmental buildings to gather some healthcare supplements. So we are sending trucks to the these 10 cities, and I wanted to show you some.
Oh, now you're breaking up, actually.
Yeah,
no,
I cannot share the camera, so.
Yeah, there's no camera because we have too many people. But I would love to better understand. Do you have a project on Giveth?
There are three projects opened up for Giveth. So also I can say their names just right now. So Bankless DAO Turkey Disaster Relief Fund, Genosis DAO Earthquake Relief, and also Grace Aid Earthquake Relief projects are on Giveth right now, and they are collecting money to direct their donations to the Turkish NGO crypto wallets. So I can also share my screen to show you the what we are doing at the crypto side of the donations.
Yeah. And how you're going to use the donations, like very specifically, would be amazing. Like, I definitely very curious about how you're going to convert them, but also like where what the impact, like the most important projects are.
I can show you also who are working for the gather money. As you know, Refik Anadol are opened his wallet for the donations, and he directed the donations to the this NGO Ahbap crypto wallet. Let me share here.
While he's sharing his screen, I would like to answer your question about how we're going to be digitally using those donations for those people. And the way to do it is that those people need rents to stay in because they can't get into those buildings right now because there are no buildings basically. And even the ones that are staying are also destroyed and got some damage around that. So they need rents, they need food, they need like water. The water is not okay to drink since because of the disaster, they're very dirty and you can't really drink the water from the earthquake areas. So they need a lot of help from everyone around the country. Even if it's a cloth, it is okay to donate it. And when it comes to the money, we need a lot of money even for building those buildings that got destroyed, for those people to stay in, because we don't even know how much they're gonna survive in this weather because it's snowing, it is really cold. Even though they're staying in rents, it is not hot enough for them to be able to be alive for a lot of days. So we need urgent money. It is not only about collecting donations, it is about the time that we have as well. So that's why we're trying to reach everybody as fast as possible, and it is like really important for us to get those donations as quick as possible.
Also, I want to mention we are not just here to collect money. We have to be heard by these crypto communities as soon as possible, and we have to heard with the trusted projects with us because, as you know, we are not can be sure about the trustfulness of the these campaigns. So I can show the Delphi Digital's float here. They summarized it very well, and also they published the official donation wallets, and you can see the portfolio right here. We have collected approximately $4 million, and we should gather more for these people because there's about 10 cities, so everyone needs a shelter, and everyone also needs heavy machines to recover the buildings, collapsed buildings. So we want to give it. They can share, and you can help us to heard by a lot of crypto communities and also trusted people in the field here.
Well, there's just a few seconds left, and I wanted to give Ray. Do you have any last words?
Yeah, well, I'm just a boomer doing my thing in Bankless DAO, like doing things, operations and stuff. But these people, and they are young people. They have connections, and we need help. But like I don't know. I'm kind of thinking even to close the one that I opened and direct whatever we gather to theirs, because like I think I don't know. Anyway, help us please. Like this is not a one time like, oh, help us now thing. People will need this money and housing and maybe even jobs in the future. So this is not a short term thing we have at hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Sam. Thank you all for helping raise some funds and really sticking your neck out to make this happen, putting on pause your lives and making a huge effort here. It's very appreciated. And if just the people can send directly to the address, of course, but if they need a little extra push to start supporting this project, when they donate on Giveth, they get Give tokens back, and I think that can make a little bit of support for that effort. So, well, thank you so much. Thank you all for coming to this pretty sad Giveth community call, but at least this is why we're here. So hopefully we can help. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you at 151. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Griff.